This week, wow, what a week. This week and from most of last week has been the controversy of Achimota School, GES versus the two Rasta kids, Tyrone, Marghuy. So here's the story. Tyrone got into Achimota, and then he having dreadlocks is an issue, so the school asked him to take down the dreadlocks before he's admitted. Everybody saw a bright student in Tyrone, and Achimota saw this guy because they associate Rastafarianism with this look. So the kid and his father, rightly so, said that they were not going to take down their dreadlocks because that is their religion, it's a part of their practice. And then to me, it makes sense. Here's an argument I've heard which doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Some people were of the view that precisely because the kid had 6 1s in BECE, that is enough reason for the school to admit him. Like, he's a brilliant student, so that is cause for them to admit him regardless of the Rasta. That is besides the point. Even if the kid was dumb and he had like aggregate 21, still having dreadlocks should not be a reason why he should be not admitted to Achimota. And then this became a huge issue all over social media. Presidents of certain groups, Rastamen. My disappointment actually is with the Rasta community in Ghana. I haven't seen the likes of Ras Kuku extending a hand or showing solidarity with him. Poor music, what's going on? And we didn't hear from him, but this is the guy we heard from. Reggie Rockstone, an old boy of Achimota, and he said he's dissociating with Achimota based on this issue, and I agree with him. It means that probably they've never been proud of anybody who came from their ranks who is Rasta to begin with, and I think that's the right way to go. Here's what I think. I think that to deny somebody a chance at education precisely because of their dreadlocks is very backwards thinking, because there are so many issues we have in this country right now. Even in education, especially in education. First of all, there is no curriculum as of yet because of COVID, GES, excuse that, everything is now online. That should be a bigger concern than the hair on somebody's head. We should care more about what is in somebody's brain or what the person can give to society more than what is on his head. Secondly, GES, we have this issue of teachers sleeping with kids. That should be a bigger concern. This is a story I know. Someone told me this the other day. A friend of theirs who is also a teacher was transferred to Accra to a private school, and then the person didn't want to take up the school. When they asked him, he said that, and I quote, "These Dada B kids, if you go and you sleep with one of them, their father will drag the issue forever." Because precisely that is what he does in the villages. That is a bigger concern. Those people sleeping with kids, the teachers taking advantage of the syllabus. Now, let's look at this woman. This woman is the headmistress of Achimota. Now, her only issue with this whole thing is that the guy has to abide by the rules of the school. Why have we made it sound like rules of the school are so paramount that even when we can give a human face to it, we choose not to? You guys make it sound as if rules were not made by human beings, man. Rules are supposed to have living, breathing elements on its own. They are supposed to be malleable depending on the case in hand. And in this case, I think it's unfair to deny somebody a chance at education precisely because of his faith. Doesn't it smack of irony where a wig-wearing headmistress is telling somebody with natural hair, God-given hair, not to be enrolled because it looks different, it looks foreign? Some people have been saying that, oh, what will happen to the kid if he goes to school, gets lice? That is the issue. Are we supposed to have a school where there's no water? Are we supposed to have a school where hygiene should be on the back burner, so much so that you consider somebody not having proper hair to be a nuisance to the school? And this is how I see there's hypocrisy. These rules are not universal for everybody. They are not universal because we have seen that Caucasians, even though they say some of them are distance exchange programs, whatever, they do not abide by these things. And then this man, the president of NAGAT, Angel Kobonu, I'll come to his name later. Angel Kobonu said that the white people are not supposed to comply with the haircutting rules because in this case, white people look ugly when they cut their hair. So what? We think that white people look ugly when they cut their hair, but as black people, we look good when we cut our hair. First of all, how did this guy get a name such as Angel? What kind of angel is he, man? Maybe the guardian angel of Moronism. I don't know. But I think that what is good for the goose should be good for the gander. All this is actually bad for the kid in question. He speaks so well, he's very erudite, the little that I've heard from him. But it puts pressure on him to become something useful and important in society. Because if you are the center of this shitstorm, you should be something great in the future. God forbid this guy doesn't become something useful or something great, becomes something like, I don't know, a dancer, or God forbid a politician. What are we going to do with this person? As the debate was raging, then this man, Paul Adom-Otchere, waded in. Now, for most of you, you know Paul Adom-Otchere as a bit of a lawyer. We are not too sure. And the guy who works tacky suits. This time he's outdone himself. This time he's saying that people should abide by the rules of the school because, as he puts it, everywhere else they will still pin these rules to the kid. Now, the analytical skills of a supposed lawyer is baffling for me, man. Whatever he said, whenever this guy speaks, he makes Howard Kumse sounds like a Fulbright scholar. It didn't end there. The bullshit moved to Parliament. Yes, Parliament. Oh, how familiar. It moved to Parliament, and this man, Joe Wise, well, there's nothing that he said I consider wise, but moving on. So Joe Wise said that Rastafarianism is linked with cannabis smoking, and cannabis smoking is actually a central piece of Rastafarianism. Did anybody bother to tell this man that there are so many bald people and so many people who have my kind of haircut who smoke weed? That is not enough grounds to deny anybody or to tag anybody a certain way. Yes, culture is culture. Practices in religions are practices. What we can do is not water down the conversation to make it about Rastafarianism. It is his right. When you become a Ghanaian, you sign a social contract. That contract essentially is evident in what you do when you try to be a model citizen, when you try to pay your taxes. That means that you are part of the system. If for whatever reason you are discriminated against precisely because of something that society considers alien, that is bullshit. In some good news for this kid, several schools outside Ghana and some of the world have extended a hand to this kid, asking that if he really wants to, he can join schools, some of them outside. And I side with them because they have established one elemental truth. That kid is brilliant. That kid has a future. And so to deny him just because of his hair would be sacrilege. Other places, there are people with dreadlocks who have important positions and it hasn't affected the way they do their jobs. I used to work in Europe. I was in Amsterdam for a couple of months. It was beautiful to see. In Amsterdam, weed is legal. People come out from their offices for their coffee breaks to smoke weed and go back to work. And it hasn't affected anything over there. And here we are in Ghana, where everything is illegal for the most part. Homosexuality is illegal, weed is illegal. We tout ourselves as a religious people, and yet in about 70 years of nationhood, the only thing we've been able to manufacture is Veronica buckets and medicine for fucking. Listen, Ghana, the metric for measuring the success of a country is not its morality. Ghana is the only country in the world which wants to develop just off its morality. It's like we are happy being tagged as decent, and then building our economy with GDM, gross domestic morality. It doesn't work that way. We have to have industry, we have to have planning, and we have to have leadership, and not bigoted narratives as seen with this Rasta boy issue. Any more disturbing news? The vetting still continues. This time, and he's back in town, the Minister of Finance designate, Mr. Atta, was in the line of fire. At one point, he said that he doesn't take salary because he wants to help Ghana. Ghana is at the heart of most of what he does, and so salary is not really his main consideration. Oh, okay. Well, I believe you. We believe you. Just the same way we believed Adom-Otchere when he said he was going to bring the Owo Safwa. It's been about 2,000 years. Who is making this key? Because people are still obituary and gone too soon. Celebrated madman and the guy at the forefront of the Monamoble movement. This guy, Monamoble, has disclosed the moment, the reason why he's mad. Apparently, a lady farted on him, and then that was it. I say, man, Monamoble is actually giving us the code. He's decoding the whole thing. I won't talk too much. Listen to this guy.
I'm so for saying. Bibi. It's an my papa, you see, no. Hey, Tana. I don't know him, man. I'm now about time or what?
And there you have it. Do not let women fart on you. You might go mad. And some of you have been asking me, Augie, are you sure this guy is mad? Why are you asking me? I've never been mad before. How would I know? This is our resource madman, and whatever he tells us, we should believe. This has been Augie on Quite Frankly. Hope you enjoyed it. Make time with us. Same time next week. Ciao.